Good morning. This analytic is to look at the value of adding a cow to your dairy herd and to demonstrate some concepts on marginal thinking. First of all, if you are thinking about getting a cow, you have to purchase or grow it. So there's an immediate outlay of cash, either in terms of daily payments for feeding the animal and managing it, or going out and outright buying it. Once the cow's on the herd, it has to be fed and maintained to support the milk level. Furthermore, on a long-term basis, you have to feed and maintain the replacement animal as well. And then in certain situations, you might have to make additional investments in terms of additional stalls or milking parlors, and so there might be a capital expenditure as well. So to look at this, we created a visual analytic that's based on a spreadsheet that Dr. Fetro had developed, and we basically modified it to reflect the time values of monies, where we have an estimate of what the value of a cow is per year if she's added to the herd. Now, of course, this value per herd, per cow per year, is based on a lot of factors. First, the purchase price. If the purchase price, and I've clicked on purchase, goes up, then of course that cost is going to translate to, in terms of a repayment that has to occur over time, and therefore her value per year goes down. Furthermore, if there's a percentage that die before they enter the milking herd, well, then you're buying animals that ultimately don't come in and milk, and so that's going to influence this value. And so there are a number of parameters that can influence this value of a cow per year, and you can modulate them with these sliders. And of course, on the revenue side, we can look at the milk production, where as the milk price goes up, certainly the value of the animal goes up dramatically. Or if her production goes up, then her value also goes up. And so this allows us to look at the sensitivity of this value per cow per year as a function of milk and all these other factors. Now, of course, in some situations, there might be capital improvements. Here I have the default set in at $2,000 debt per cow. We might have a scenario where there is no expenditure. In other words, there are empty stalls, and therefore you can see that the value per cow goes up very dramatically. In other words, you have a facility that is underutilized, and therefore it would be very worthwhile to fill that with a milk producing cow. We can also look at the issues of other labor cost. So if we look at the total salary, let's say we're up there at near $30,000, and we have the number of cows per worker up there near 125, we can see what impact those trade-offs have. So it's a wonderful program, lets you look at the sensitivity of various inputs. You can also look at these on a budgetary basis in terms of the revenue side and also the cost side, in terms of what's the annualized purchase price. Any capital structures, you can see we have that at 0 because that's what I dialed in. So it's a wonderful tool to explore the marginal value of adding a cow to your herd. Thank you.